Hello, scholars. Again, my name is Joseph Ejike Orji. Today, our lecture on this course, which is supply chain and operational management. Our lecture will focus on how to calculate moving averages and also weighted moving average when you are given a set of data. Don't forget that this topic of moving average is a part of a broader topic that we call forecasting in operational management, or what people call operations management. Now, we'll start by, I will start by explaining what a moving average is. Generally speaking, a moving average simply means a forecast that uses a number of historical data values to generate a forecast. So, in other words, in plain terms, it means that moving average uses a number of historical data, data sets or data values to generate a forecast. So we use them a lot, and they are very helpful if we can assume that the market demand will stay fairly steady over time. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way, but that's our assumption. So, for example, a 4-month moving average, to find it, what we do is we sum the demand during the past 4 months and then divide it by 4, and do it over several months. That's it for 4-month moving average. If it's a 6-month moving average, in that case, we use 6. Now, with each passing month, the most recent month data are, added to the sum of the previous months, to get the moving average. That is, if you want to do it with a formula manually. These days, we use Excel to do all those things. We still need to know how to do it manually, so that we can know what we are actually getting. But for this lecture, I will focus on how to use Excel to do it. And of course, generally, the moving average formula simply means sum of the demand in previous n months divided by n, where n is the number of periods in the moving average. For example, for the 4-month moving average, n will be 4. For 5 months moving average, n will be 5. So on and so forth. So let's try an example. It says, the storage shed cells at Donors Garden Supply Incorporated are shown in table 2. Look at the cells for each month. Make sure you're seeing this for each month. So January is the 10 sheds where storage cells were sold. February, 12 storage cells were sold. 12 storage sheds were sold. March, 13 storage cells were sold. Storage sheds were sold. Just the semantics. Anyway, these are the data we are given. And we are told to, according to the question, we are told to, says, Donors Garden Supply want a 3-month moving average forecast, including the forecast for next January for the shared cells. So to solve this, or to do this, first thing is the data entry part, where you enter this data into Excel. Remember that you can do this manually using this method here. For example, for the first month, you can add 3 template sales in January plus sales in February plus sales in March. Add them and divide by 3 to get the first month moving average. And then you continue like that until you get the rest of the months. But here we're going to use Excel. So the first part is the data entry part, which is to put these numbers in Excel and then get our result. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it manually like this. Of course, it will be a very good mental exercise, but it will take you more time. And then, but nothing wrong with that again. It's just that Excel makes it, when you're working in an office as a manager, you may not even remember how to start putting the numbers together. But Excel can just do it faster for you, make your life easier. Well, why not make your life easy? Anyway, so we put these numbers in Excel, and I'm going to show you where I put them in Excel, and then we can get the moving average for it. So let me show you the Excel. So I put numbers here, and what they want is a 3-month moving average. 3-month moving average. So now, and that means this is January, February, March, all the way to, and they want all the way to December. Plus, they want you to do the forecast for January, okay, which is this January here. So now, let's do it. First thing to numbers are in. The data entry part is taken care of. Now let's do the moving average. Click on data. Click on data analysis. You can see the moving average right here. With this dialog box, it's highlighted with the blue color. Click on it. Click OK. Okay. Now you can now highlight. Let me remove one of these things here. So you can now say okay, right here. Click on this and start these numbers right here. Start from numbers all the way to the last number in December. Click here. Then labels. We don't use labels. We didn't include the title, so we cannot check labels. So no worry about that. It says 3-month moving average. So that means we're gonna type 3 here. Then output range. Output range is where you want your answer to be. Of course, it should be on the table. So click here and click here. Sorry, click here and then highlight where you want it to be. And they want January sales. Okay, include January. Click here. Now, chart output. Yes, most of the work you need a chart. Chart with graph will tell you it's a kind of pictorial way of seeing the forecasts. So click on chart output. And besides, when you click on chart output, you won't have to worry about starting all over to create the chart. It will give it to you automatically. Click OK. So you can see the moving average right here. Okay. 3 months moving average. It didn't include January. Okay, if it doesn't include January, that means I missed it. All you have to do is to click on the last number for December. Move your cursor very close to this. See, it is a thick cross here. Once you get close to this small bar, it changes to skinny cross. At that point, click, hold, and drag to give you the estimate for the next month, or for the January of next year. Now, we have our charts. Okay. Now we have to put the label titles. But before we do that, remember, the numbers we have here are not the months. It should be months. Instead, they have data points. So you have to edit it. What you need to do is click here, right click, and choose select data. Then once you click on that, then you can now click edit. So because this place should be months, you just go to the month section and highlight all the months. Then click OK. And OK again. You see that you have changed it to months, which is much better. Again, this is months. That means you have to change this thing here to months. Okay. And what's I'm gonna move this now. Then moving average. Now, this is not a good title for it. So because this is about donors sales, storage sales at donors garden supply. So that title should be different. So that'll be donors garden supply sales. So again, I'm gonna close this. Now this side say values. These are the sales. Sales. They didn't give us the unit of the sales. We just write sales, and that's it. You have the 3 months moving average right there for you by the side, and the graph. Now, if you want to do everything in Excel, you can leave it. Oh yeah. I would recommend leaving all your work in Excel so that you can submit only one file. If you want to write something, they say that this is a question that involves writing. All you have to do is to just click on, let me make sure I've seen it. Click on the insert and insert a text box. Click here, insert, see where you have shapes. Click on that. You can see here is a text box. You can insert a text box and write your answer. If it's a question that involves, let's say that question 1 involve what is operation management, or what you can write is, so you can write any of your answers here. Type the question name, question number 1, do the math part with Excel. If it's a question number 2 that involve writing, you can even scroll down and put the text box here and write, question 1 or question 2. That way you can only submit one file. But if you want to do this on do the graph, you want to do this part of the work in the Word. That means, but the one in Excel, you have to submit the Excel file so that I can see what you did. Since when I click on your answer, it will show me what you did, so I can give you the credit. But if you want to put a chart in a Word, all you have to do is to click here and do Control-C. Then you open Word. Okay. Let me see, you can see that. Open Word and do Control-V. It will paste it in a Word, and you can type below it if you want. Okay, let me see what is wrong. Yep, you can type below it, whatever you want to type. Anyway, let's get back. Suppose that what Donors Garden wants is not a 3 months moving average, but they want 5 months or maybe 4 months moving average. Okay. In that case, what you're gonna do is the same process, but this time use 4. So I'm gonna let me move this one away. Okay. So I'm going to put this 41 4-month moving average. I'm gonna start all over again, but use 4 months instead. So you have click on data analysis, moving average. Okay. Clear all these things here. Clear everything. All right. Clear all. Okay. Now click on this. Highlight the number that are given. Then for the interval, put 4. If it's a 5 months moving average, put 5. Okay. For the output range, I want my output to be here. Okay. For the chart, include chart. Then click OK. See, to give you the 4-month moving average right away. Now, remember, you can adjust this. You can, make it to the smart places by highlighting all of them. Click Home and decreasing it to the smart places. Keep clicking on this. The same thing with here. And you can see that it gave us another graph. See? So that's how it does simple moving average. But sometimes you may be required to do what is called a weighted moving average. Weighted moving average. What do they call it? Why do we call it weighted moving average? Because we assign some weight, arbitrary weight, to some of the data sets. Let's take a quick look at the weighted moving average. So a weighted moving average, is more, I think I would say it's more sensitive, than the simple moving average. When a detectable trend or pattern is present, we can use weight to place more emphasis on recent values. So that this practice will now make the forecasting more responsive to changes, since more recent periods may be more heavily weighted, So we basically assign weight to certain period. That's basically to make it more sensitive. Now, remember, the choice of weight is not arbitrary. There is no set formula for finding the weight used. You just, based on your personal experience as a operations manager, you can decide what weight to assign to each month, And the general formula is sum of weights for period N times demand in period N divided by sum of weight. Now let's try it for this company again. Donner Garden Supply Incorporated. So you say forecast Donner's Garden Supply storage shared sales by weighing the past 3 months as follows. Use 3 for the last month, the weight of 3, weight of 2 for 2 months, weight of 3 for 3 months. Then, of course, sum of weight is 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. Number is weight for month N, weight for period N times demand for period N divided by sum of weights. So now let's do it. Now, since remember, this is the basic principle behind it. 3 times the sales in last month, because it's 3 months moving average, plus 2 times the weight in 2 months ago, plus 1 times the weight in 3 months ago, divided by sum of weights. So having said that, we can do it now, this one. Okay. So for the weighted moving average, let's use this data set. I'm gonna delete all this from here. Okay. Delete the graph, this graph here, so I can have space to work on this. Weighted moving average. Remember, this question says forecast Donner's Garden supply storage shared by weighing the past 3 months as follows. Okay. So let's basically say we have telling us use 3 months moving average. Now let's do it. Weighted moving average. Weighted moving average. Average for this company. Okay. Now, so let's do it. Let's start from the first one. But you see 3 months. So this is first month, second month, and third month. So third month is March. So we start from the month of March. Okay. Equal. We have the weights are 3 for the month of March, 2 for the month of February, and 1 for the month of January. So you have 3 times the demand for, or the sales for the month of March, close the parenthesis, plus a new parenthesis 2 times the month of February, close parenthesis, plus 1 times, in Excel, asterisk symbol means times month of January, close the parenthesis. Now you have to divide it by 3 plus 2 plus 1. Now, if you do it now without enclosing this whole work in one parenthesis, it will give you the wrong answer because it will not follow the order of operation in maths. So I'm going to close it again with this parenthesis and add one more here, one more parenthesis here. So it encloses the whole work at numerator. Then divide it by / the division symbol by how many, the weight 3, 2, 1 were used. So divided by 3 plus 2 plus 1. Then close the parenthesis. So once you do the first one, the rest will be calculated. Enter key. Then you can now drag it down. Say this is a tick cross. Once you bring it close, change to a skinny cross. At that point, you click hold and drag it down. Then, of course, all the way to the next one, the one for the January next year. And then you can now decrease decimal places. Okay. To say, I'll give you weighted moving average. So you can see, I didn't include the graph. I didn't check the graph. If I did, it will give us the graph. But however, if you still want to draw the graph, you can still draw it by okay. Insert. I forgot to check the graph. Recommended charts. No, what I'm going to highlight it first. This is for cells. January. Okay. Then insert recommended chart. Okay. I'm going to choose this one. Okay. No, sorry, my mistake. I made a mistake. Sorry, my mistake. Let me go back. Close this. Delete this. You want a new sheet altogether. So now, let's go back. Now, with this one. So I'm going to do, highlight this. Highlight this. Okay. Hold the shift key. Hold the control key. Then click on this one. Okay. Then click insert. Recommended chart. See right there. Okay. Okay. See, I see the chart right here. Now I can now add label as this one, the cells. Cells. Okay. And here let me bring this and close this now. Close this out. Okay. So I'm gonna donor garden. Donors what the name of the company? Let me go and get the name again. Okay, let's see. Donors Garden Supply, yes. Donors Garden Supply sells. Garden Supply sells. Okay. And here will be it took me somewhere else. It isn't coming along. Yeah. Okay, here will be month. So you can see let me make it bigger. You can see the graph better now. Okay. All right. So you can see that sales, it went up, then went down. And for January, you can see next year, January of the following year, you can see that it is 7.33 from 15. So this is more sensitive than the other one. So this is the end of our lecture today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do, please always feel free to subscribe to my channel so that when there's a new lecture, you will know. Thank you. Have a good day.